Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Adora, and if you're meeting me for the first time, thank you very much for stopping by. So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel or you've already started and you're on your way to monetization, I would like you to watch this video to the very end so that you will not make certain mistakes I made in my own journey. Okay, so I got monetized on the 14th of July, and before I got monetized, I used to think that once you just get monetized, once you just hit the 1,000 subscribers mark and you get your 4,000 watch hours, that's okay. You just go to bed, you're good to go. You've tried, you've done all you need to do, and that's it. Just hands up in the air and just start enjoying the money. So I used to think like that, but honestly, after I got monetized, after I got all the thresholds I was expected of you to be, or to for you to get, I discovered that it was a different ballgame entirely. In fact, after monetization, that is when the real work in YouTube actually starts. Like, I didn't know that. In fact, I didn't know that there were so many things I did not know about YouTube. I just thought it was all about bringing out your phone, press the record button, and then just start yapping around, and that's it. But the monetization process actually opened my eyes to know that just doing your video and throwing it out there is not the end. You have a lot more to do, and you have a lot more to learn. It's a learning process. Like, I don't think I have actually learned all I need to know about YouTube. It's not something you can actually learn in one day. But in as much as it is interesting and it's fun and it's a passive way of making money, you still need to put in the hard work. You need to put in the time to it. So during the course of my monetization period, I had to intentionally note some things down because I was studying the whole process. I wanted to know exactly what I was going through or what I was into, and I wanted to compare my experience before monetization and after monetization so that I will be able to know where I'm making mistakes, where I need to improve, or what I need to improve. So I actually took down some notes. Honestly, the first one is that, like I just said, making being monetized does not mean you should just go to bed. Like, being monetized does not mean, oh, I've done all the work, okay, let me just sit down, relax, and then every month I start getting money in my account. Of course it happens that way. There are so many factors that leads to what you get every month, like how much revenue comes into your account every month. There's so many factors that actually affect the money, the amount of money you get, how much you are paid. There are so many factors that also affect the views you get. There are so many things that are involved in actually making this money online. That's why sometimes you see some YouTubers or you see some content creators make more money than the others. And even if you have more subscribers than them, it's not really about the subscribers that you have, but in most cases it's about the views, it's about the CPMs. There are just so many branches to it. So it's something worth studying, worth making your research. Even when you have monetized, don't just sit back and think, okay, fine, let me just put my legs up. So that's why I said you still need a lot of work. You need to do a lot of research. You still need to watch a lot of videos. Like, before I got monetized, I used to watch a lot of videos of big YouTubers that have actually made it there. There was a time I put up a video of a particular content creator. He's a man, he's in America, and he teaches how to get monetized, how you can actually get to that point where you will not struggle so much. You know, he just teaches everything YouTube. So I still, even up to now, I still follow him, I still watch his videos, because you can really not know it all. And like they say, no knowledge is a waste. Also, I always help people when they make videos. They say things like, oh, you have to niche down, niche down, niche down. You have to niche very, very, very well, niche down so much so that, you know, you will attract a certain kind of people to watch your videos, or you would attract a certain kind of subscribers and all that. Yeah, it's good to niche down. But in my own case, I think it's not everybody that so-called niching down thing works for. Like, there are people that have a particular idea in mind, or a particular kind of channel they would like to have, and you know, a particular kind of thing they want to showcase on their channels, and they find out that when they keep putting up these videos for a long time, after a while they get burnt out. They kind of get short of ideas. They start struggling with content to create, because they've given all they already have. They're struggling to think of more ideas, they're struggling to think of more things to come up with. And when it becomes a struggle like that, it starts making it look as if YouTube is hard. But I really do not like to niche down so much. Like, it doesn't really work for me. I tried it earlier in the days when I just started YouTube, and I actually got tired. It was becoming, number one, very boring for me, because it was like I was repeating myself over and over from one video to the other. It was becoming a bit stressful, because I was also trying to think of new ideas or new topics I will bring out on every video every time. And in as much as I wanted to bring out new ideas or bring out new videos every time, I didn't want them to sound so similar to what I have already, done before, or to sound so similar to a video I have already uploaded before. So I was trying to, make them look and sound a bit different, even though they were almost the same. It was a bit of a struggle for me. So I decided, okay, let me see if I could dive into something else, not necessarily moving away from the whole idea as a whole, but just test a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then see what works. So I decided to, like, okay, incorporate one idea from something that is a little bit different from the main channel, the main topic I have been discussing all the while. Like, because my channel is more of things, lifestyles, ideas that happens in the UK, how to come to the UK, how to get a job in the UK, how to school abroad. It's just about UK living anyway, because that's where I am, and I wanted to like base it more on that. But I discovered that I was like repeating the same thing over and over again. So I said, okay, let me branch a little bit from how to get a job in the UK, how to school in the UK, and UK. Let me tell stories about true life stories about events and things that are actually happening in the UK, and still in the same UK. And it worked. And I actually, how I know it worked was when I got monetized. And okay, even before I got monetized, I knew it worked when I discovered that the views that came from that particular video was really good. And then after I got monetized, I also discovered that the views and the revenue that came from that particular video made sense. I said, okay, fine. So I would not need to niche down so bad. So the idea of niching down doesn't work for everybody. There are people that could actually niche down so much, and they lose it, and they kind of, it's like they leave the actual routes that they have been following. So think about it. If you are niching down so bad and you think, oh, I'm now beginning to lack content, or I'm beginning to struggle with ideas, check and see if you could think of one or two things a little bit outside of the box that you could just bring to the mix once in a while. Okay, so I also discovered that most of the videos that I did not even put a lot of effort, or I didn't even put so much effort, they really did better. They did well. Now, there are some videos before I actually did these videos, I prepared myself, I researched, I read for days, I studied, because I wanted to see if I could bring out something meaningful and all that. Yeah, man, and I got so prepared, like I was actually preparing as if I was going to write an exam. But the ones I just woke up, I didn't even, there were some videos there were times I did videos, I would just wake up in the morning, have my breakfast, just do a little bit of a clean up, just have my bath, rush it, just put on anything and come out and say one or two things and just post it, because I did not want to stay too long without bringing out a video or two. So I just decided, let me just do it and just put it out there. And to my surprise, these videos actually attracted a lot of views. They actually did well. They even came with a lot of subscribers, and it shocked me. So do not take any video for granted. Don't underestimate any video you have actually uploaded. Or if you're thinking you want to make a perfect video, there is nothing like a perfect video. In fact, it's even the one you put so much time and attention on that might not make it. And that's just, you never can understand how this YouTube algorithm thing works. It's just like a little bit of luck, a little bit of luck added to your hard work and then every other thing. But don't wait until you have the perfect atmosphere, the perfect storyline, the perfect idea, the perfect equipment and all that. Just do whatever you want to do, as long as you have a good quality content. Bring it out there. You never can tell, that might even be the particular video that will go viral. And then after I got monetized, that was actually when the stress kind of increased a little bit more. Now, the stress in the sense that I was eager to see how much revenue was coming in daily. Like I was eager to see how much I was getting daily from my videos. I was always going through the YouTube analytics, checking, what's going on today. Are they watching? How much is coming in and all that? I was just monitoring it every night, which I wasn't doing before because initially, of course, it was not monetized and there was no money coming in. But after then, I don't know, all of a sudden, I just started becoming so obsessed with my YouTube analytics, watching. I was just, keeping watch like a security man, watching to see if money was going to rise, if the CPM is going to rise, it and all that. So the I don't know if I would call it the excitement or the anxiety. I don't know, whatever that would be, but it kind of stood me on my toes just to be on my YouTube analytics every time. And as I was, apart from watching whether the revenue was increasing or decreasing, I was also comparing different videos I have done in the past to see which one does better. Because when you go to your YouTube analytics, you will have to look at your different videos that are out there and compare which video is bringing me the most subscribers, which video is bringing me the most views, which video is bringing me the most money and all that. And then that particular video that is bringing you all of what you are expecting, you should now hammer more on that kind of content. You should now feed more on it. So if, for instance, you have done a video on maybe, for instance, how to eat rice, and you go on your YouTube analytics and you discover that, oh, that particular video is actually making waves, the particular video is actually bringing a lot of subscribers, it's bringing in a lot of revenue, money to you, it's bringing in views and all that. It's now time to double your effort on that type of content, on that type of topic. Okay, before you titled it how to eat rice, you can now say, okay, make another video and title it how to eat rice and egg. Because if you notice that the first one brought you so much luck like that, there's no harm in trying something close to it. You cannot say, okay, how to eat rice and egg, or how to eat rice and beans, or how to eat rice with my hands, or how to eat rice on the chair. Just something, just play around with that title, play around with that particular content again to see if it's going to revolve or it's going to bring you something close to what you got in the past. I'm not saying you should make a repeat or you should repeat the same thing you have done in the previous video, but just use the same idea that you had in the video that actually went viral and brought you all that subscribers and views and revenue, and see how you can play around it, see how you can generate more than what you had in the previous video in this new one, just by playing around it. And also, you should recreate videos that do better. Like I've just said it now, there's no harm in recreating a video that has gone viral before, that has done well, that has actually gone out there and brought people or attracted people to your YouTube channel. What you should be after is what the people want, not necessarily what you want. Because if you do a video now, for instance, to you might think that video is a crazy video, the video it's not interesting, the video does not make sense. But to your surprise, you might just find out that people actually love the video, people are watching the video is bringing you subscribers, it's bringing you views. You have to keep doing videos that are similar to that one. You have to keep recreating videos that are similar to that one, because the first one you did, or rather the initial one you did, brought you a lot of subscribers, or it's actually it did well out there. So what you should do is to hammer on that particular kind of video and recreate it. Forget about whether it interests you, whether it pleases you, or whether it's good for you. It should be what is good for your viewers that actually count. And then last but not the least, if you want to go into YouTube, or if you're already in YouTube and you're on your way to monetization, I would advise, if you want to do that, do not leave your day job for YouTube just yet. Like, do not quit your job to go into YouTube full time unless you are making something worth it, something worthwhile from YouTube. I would not advise you to leave your job, to leave what gives you money to pay your bills, your rent, and all that, and dive into YouTube full time without having a sustainable means of income. Because YouTube, yeah, YouTube, there's money in YouTube. I would not lie to you. There is money in YouTube, but um, is it enough to sustain you from month to month? That question is something you should ask yourself. And it all boils down on your hard work. It boils down on the amount of effort, the time you give into the job, into the YouTube, into your putting out your videos and all that. For instance, now, when I just got monetized, that was in July. Normally, you are supposed to make at about $100 before the money will be like transferred into your account. So anything below $100 in a month will be carried over to the next month. So if for instance, in the month of July you're not able to make up to $100, the money that you actually made that wasn't up to $100 will be carried over to August. So when it gets to August, whatever money you make in August will now be accumulated to what you have made in July before you are paid. But in my case, I think I got the threshold, the $100 threshold. I got it within 3 days. So within 3 days, I had already made the $100. That was for July. But in August now, after checking my YouTube analytics, I discovered that in 2 weeks, I have not even made $100 yet. You understand? In 2 weeks, I haven't made the $100 yet. But this was something I made within 3 days in July. July, I made it within 3 days. August, 2 weeks. It's not up to $100. So imagine if you're now depending on this kind of money, on the money to actually live on. It could be a bit difficult. So within July, within 3 days in July, I made the $100 threshold, and that was not the ending of July yet. But I'm just trying to tell you that within that 3 days, I met the financial or the $100 threshold. But in August, within 2 weeks, I am still struggling to meet the $100 threshold. And now, if you might ask, what's the reason? Why am I struggling to meet it in August? Why have I not been able to meet that $100 threshold in August? Because I decided to experiment and see how this thing works. When I met that $100 threshold within 3 days in July, I was a bit shocked. Because before I got monetized, I've watched a lot of videos of people who say, oh, they couldn't meet their $100 threshold in a month, and the money had to be carried over to the next month before they were paid. So I was like, wow, this thing must be really hard. Then that means in some months you might not even be paid because you have to wait till the next month before the whole money comes together and you make something meaningful. So when I got that in 3 days, I was like, wow, this is strange. So I decided, okay, let me see how this whole thing works. So I after this month, for a while now, I have not posted any video. I have not really done anything. I have not been chanced to do it. I have been a bit busy. So I have not been uploading videos. And I noticed that each time I don't upload videos, each time the channel is not busy, it affects the views, it affects the subscriber counts, and it affects the revenue coming in. It affects the money coming in. So I tried it for a week and I discovered that the money actually went very, very, very low. Like it fell. And I was like, wow, okay. So that means that the more videos you upload, the number of times you upload, the more busy your channel is, the better for you, because YouTube likes you being busy. YouTube wants you to be uploading videos every time, and the way they compensate you is by paying you or by dragging people to your channel to come and watch your videos. So the more videos you upload out there, the better chances you have of growing your channel and also growing your finance, growing your income there. So that was one of the reasons why I actually slacked behind in terms of the revenue increasing because I have not been serious. I didn't take it serious these few weeks. These few weeks I have not uploaded much videos, so that is why the money actually decreased compared to July when I did more work and I got more money. So that's why I said if you want to take YouTube as a permanent source of income, or rather as your only means of income, be very, 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 very sure you put in the hard work. Be very, very, very sure the money is worth it. Like the money is much, the money is meaningful to keep you going. The money is something you can count on, because in the first place, it goes up and down. This month you might be paid, for instance, $200. The next month it might be $350. The upper month it might come down to $150. It's just like that. It depends on, apart from even, yeah, and another thing I failed to say is that apart from your effort, apart from the number of times you upload your video and all that, there are still other factors underneath that all come together and then determine how much you are paid, determine how much comes into your account, determine how much you make as a content creator. There are still other things, and these ones are not really your own making. They are beyond your control. These are under the YouTube algorithms, under the YouTube stuff. They all belong to the YouTube stuff anyway. They are all there. The CPM, the playback CPM, and all of that, which you will get to understand once you get monetized. So these ones are really not in your control. That is why I said, if you want to take YouTube as your only means of income, think well, think twice, but it is not hard. It's not like, it is doable. It's very doable to live on YouTube as your only means of income. It is. There are people who make a lot of money from YouTube. They make so much money from YouTube that they had to take YouTube as their only means of survival, only means of income, their mainstream of income, and they're doing well, they're not regretting it. So that's not to say that if you want to hold on to YouTube, you cannot. So thank you very much for watching my channel today. See you next time. Bye.